Hello, everyone. Welcome to Guna Goal FC, and this is the Champions League. This was the game between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Real Madrid. This game ending 2-2, a stalemate here. Borussia Mönchengladbach, and that will be the last time I'll say Borussia Mönchengladbach because that's difficult to say. So Gladbach scoring two goals, one in each half. But at the end, Real Madrid coming back to equalize in the last 7 minutes, score two goals in 7 minutes in end of the game. Fantastic performance by both teams, but Gladbach sitting back and inviting the pressure at the end. They couldn't keep the lead. So Real Madrid had much of the possession in the first half, but Gladbach had the goal in the 33rd minute. Marcos Thuram, the son of former Barcelona centre back Lilian Thuram, former Barcelona defender, the son of former Barcelona defender Lilian Thuram scored the goal. He's a good player. Playing off the left there and coming inside. Beautiful assist by Alisson Player shooting the ball hard past Thibaut Courtois for 1-0. Halftime it was 1-0 to Gladbach. I almost said Borussia Mönchengladbach again, but Gladbach 1-0 to Gladbach. Real Madrid would have been angry and pissed to be 1-0 down. But in the second half, Borussia Mönchengladbach, there you go, scored the second goal. Again, Marcos Thuram scoring the second goal in the 58th minute, giving after a tired run back by Ferland Mendy. He was kept Marcos Thuram onside. It looked offside at first, but it was onside the goal. Making Ferland Mendy making two mistakes there. He didn't pull up in the first pass by Marcos Thuram, and after Thibaut Courtois spilled the ball after the shot, Ferland Mendy didn't push up as well. So he kept the play going twice. If he had just pulled up, it would have been offside. Thuram would have been offside, and the goal would have been chopped off. But sad. It's surprising that Zidane kept him on. I thought Zidane would have brought Marcelo, but Zidane didn't bring Marcelo for this one. He just kept Ferland Mendy playing even after the mistakes. I don't think Zidane watches the replays of the goals. I don't think he does. So I don't think any of his coaching staff watches the replay of the goals, because if they do, I think they would have taken Ferland Mendy off. We see modern managers nowadays watch the replays, especially Solskjaer. He watches the replay like it's on he's watching the game at home. So I mean, I think it's good because it tells you what's truly going on. It gives you like a replay, you know. But Zidane didn't do that. Kept facing Ferland Mendy and left him on. This 78th minute, Hazard made his return for Real Madrid, bringing on Hazard and Modric in the 70th minute, and they changed the game. Also, you have to say, Thuram left the game. The fear factor for that was causing Real Madrid problems was taken off. So the counter-attacking threat for Gladbach was taken off. So they didn't have any firepower up front anymore. So they had a couple of counters after Thuram was substituted, but it never resulted to anything. But in the 87th minutes, the substitution paid off. Real Madrid scored goal by Benzema. Beautiful assist by Casemiro. Hard-working assist. Talk about a fighting spirit. The ball was a bad cross. I think it was a bad cross by Lucas Vasquez, and everyone thought the ball was going out, including the Gladbach defenders. But Casemiro kept the ball in play. At first, he thought it was out of play, but he kept it in play. heading the ball back, a Cristiano like header, a Cavani like header, heading the ball back into the play, and the tapping. Actually, not the tapping, was a difficult kick by Benzema to score, um, bringing the deficit 1-1, and 2 goals to 1 for Gladbach at that point. And in the 93rd minute, uh, Casemiro, who provided the assist in the first goal, scored the second goal. This time assisted by Sergio Ramos. Heading the ball back again. The second ball, Borussia Mönchengladbach not winning the second ball, and losing the first header, losing the first ball. This time Casemiro tapping it into the net for 2-2. Wonderful game, wonderful game. Real Madrid tried to score after the second goal, but there was no time for them to do that. Well, game ended up being 2-2. Delightful game. A man of the match for me, I'll give it to two players, one for Gladbach and one for Real Madrid. Marcus Thuram for Gladbach for scoring both goals. Like I said, he dribbled past the midfield, caused troubles for Real Madrid and scoring 2 goals. And for Real Madrid, I'll give it to Casemiro, providing the assist. He just plays like he hasn't played for 90 minutes. Like the way he jumped and headed that ball to provide the assist, that was the firing power Real Madrid needed, the fighting spirit they needed to come back into the game, and he provided that header that started the comeback. So Casemiro, assist on the goal, man of the match with Marcus Thuram for me. So for stats, Real Madrid, same stats, same everything as last year. In match day 2, they drew against Club Brugge 2-2, where they were losing 2-0 in that game at first. Then they came back to tie 2-2. They ended up coming out of that group, qualifying for the round of 16. But they're in the same stage, 1 point this stage last season, 1 point right now. Losing their first game last season to PSG, this time losing to Shakhtar, and now tying Gladbach. Last season they tied Club Brugge. History repeating itself for Real Madrid. Also, history repeating itself for Gladbach. A 2-2 draw. Same as their first game last week against Inter Milan. I think they were leading the game. They had a lead, 2-0 lead or 2-1 lead, but they tied Inter Milan. Romelu Lukaku tied the game in the final minutes of the game to bring it back to 2-2. The Borussia Mönchengladbach coach will be so angry that they can't hold the lead. I don't think they have enough firepower. They don't have enough good players on the bench to hold the lead. So once they take out their good starting 11, they don't have a good replacement to hold the lead. So history repeating itself as well for Gladbach. 2 draws now against Inter Milan and Real Madrid. All they need to do is just beat Shakhtar Donetsk. Then they will be through in this group. They just need to win at home against Shakhtar and draw away against Shakhtar, and they should be good in this group because they've done well against the big boys. They just need to deal with Shakhtar now. For Gladbach, for me, they can't kill games. Like you hold the lead against Inter and Real Madrid, but yet you couldn't beat them, and you held that lead for 90 minutes. Few minutes after stoppage time, they lose the lead. They cannot kill games. They need to learn how to kill games, and they sat too deep. If you want to win games, I know you have to defend, but sitting too deep is just going to invite pressure from good teams like Real Madrid and Inter. So you need to be confident, and as troops from AFTV will say, you need to put your balls on the table and fight for it, But one good thing from Gladbach is that they have good counter. The 2 goals they score were from good counter attacking football, so they should keep that up. overall good for Gladbach. I like their manager. Rose is his name. He just they need some backup. I know they are not financially strong, but they can do great things with that manager. For Real Madrid, they had good subs, bringing on Hazard and Modric. The difference between two clubs, if you can bring on those two players, you're set. Uh, and they were fatigued. Unfortunately, they won at Barcelona Stadium, the Indian Classical, and they lost at Shakhtar. Fatigued players. Mendy was tired. Modric couldn't play 90 minutes. He had to be subbed on. So fatigue was a factor in this game. You could tell from Mendy, he was drained. But for me, I felt like Zidane should have substituted him, but he kept him on. If with the game they were playing, you could see my arrow up there. Mendy number 23 was pushing up. That would have been perfect for Marcelo, pushing up the field. Mendy wasn't needed really in this game. He's good defensively, but Marcelo would have been better offensively. And also, there was a huge gap between midfield and defense in the first half for and also sometimes in the second half. It's too wide a space between those two areas. Cost Real Madrid's 2 goals here. They need to reduce the gap between the midfield and the defense for them to succeed. And importantly, Ramos. If Ramos wasn't in this team, Real Madrid would have lost this game today. So kudos to Ramos, kudos to Real Madrid, and kudos to Zidane for coming back. But they need to improve. I want to see the Real Madrid that wins the Champions League. They are my second favorite team. Hala Madrid, Hala Madrid. Thanks for watching this video. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what you think about Bartomeu, the Barcelona president, resigning. Messi is definitely going to stay at Barcelona now. I want him to end his career at the club. Let me know what you think about that, and adios amigos. See you in the next video. Thank you. Champions.